4 weeks out from finals time. The Panthers have one hand on the minor premiership. Now, this is their house, and Melbourne are hoping to come here and lower the Premier's colours. They've won only 4 of their last 8 in the Melbourne Storm, but with the big games looming, this could be a springboard for them heading towards September. So Cameron Munster gets the round of action underway here at Bluebet Stadium, Penrith, and Matt Eisenhuth. He's filling the role of James Fisher-Harris tonight. Tackled by Karma Kamifa. And the ball away now to this young gun, Sunia Toruva. Played 11 minutes in his NRL debut against the Raiders last week. He's been carving it up in the New South Wales Cup. He had a great game too for Fiji against PG in rep round. Now Martin with a real Liam Martin run, full of energy. Taken by Bromwich, and the ball away Sullivan. He'll kick on tackle 4, and Coates with some handy footwork there. And they've won a bit of a territorial battle in the first set of the game in Melbourne. Coates tackled 9 out from the halfway.
Yeah. Tomo, and you just seen the man standing next to Xavier Coates. It was Cameron Munster, so he wasn't telling porkies to Joey pre-game. He'll be playing at fullback.
Can't fit to a fitter.
So Olam missed last week with COVID. Harry Grant, Jesse Bromwich. Eisenhuth around the legs. He flopped the pass out the back. There's Munster playing on the ball. That's the modern terminology. Wherever the ball is, you'll see him pop up, and that'll make Ivan Cleary nervous, no doubt. Now Grant thought about a short side and went back to Brandon Smith, and he carries Isaiah Yeo for 5 or 6 metres, and he's put down 20 out from the Penrith line now. Grant, Cooper Johns wearing the 7. Stabs a kick up now. Coates making ground. He had a catch on that, Xavier Coates, and he knocked it on
first, Xavier.
Into
Hand over
Taruva.
out 10.
But with 12 tries in 12 games in Melbourne colours this year, he is such a threat, not just in the air, but particularly with his athleticism. Brad, glorious night.
A beautiful night. Melbourne Storm sent a message early there. Xavier Coates, he's fantastic in the air. Conditions 14 degrees, but feels a bit like 10. It's quite mild, actually. It's not cold at all. There's a bit of a breeze behind Melbourne, about 7 kilometres an hour, so shouldn't affect the kicking game of the Panthers too much. But yeah, beautiful. Full crowd. 2 great teams.
Couldn't ask for a better surface either, Brad. This has to be just about the best playing surface in the league, I reckon.
It is absolutely slick and a little bit dewy on top, so if you want to play a shot, use a bit of footwork early. I think this nice green surface might fool them. A little bit slippery.
All right, thanks, Brad. Oh, this bloke likes to fool them wherever he can. The master of subterfuge, Abby Coruscant, and a great run there by Leota, who's put down 10 metres Melbourne side of the halfway. O'Sullivan, he rushes a kick there. And there's some willing chasers for the Panthers, but David Nofaluma, gee, it's odd to see him wearing a Melbourne jumper. He's got 5 tries in his last 5 appearances as a Tiger, of course, here at Bluebet Stadium. A wide pass from acting half, and they find a Coates who runs in a kick out, back from that calf injury he missed last week. And Grant to Big Nelson. Oh, there's a run.
That's a great tackle.
That's a brave tackle. Any tackle on Nelson's a brave tackle. Now Jesse Bromwich, the old warhorse. Couple out from the halfway line. Munster, aerial. And Brian To'o sends a pass for Staines. So he had a few options at fullback, Ivan Cleary. Staines has been a fullback right throughout his junior career. And Taruva has been playing fullback and centre at New South Wales Cup, and Stephen Crichton, we know, has been generally the fill-in for Dylan Edwards.
Always thought Charlie Staines would make a really good fullback. Great speed and awareness. It's usually that journey. They start in the wing, and after a few years they go to fullback. I think this is his spot, fullback.
Well, you said he just needs to copy what Dylan Edwards does. I hope he's fit. That's all we'll say. Here's Martin. He's run further than any player in the comp this year, Dylan Edwards. O'Sullivan attacking a short, a right-hand side for To'o. Here's a kick back infield. Who's chasing after it? Coruscant. Great play at the back. Great awareness. Coates coming in from the far side.
Enterprising play there by the Panthers. Sean O'Sullivan Seen some retreating defenders from the Melbourne Storm down that short side on the left-hand side of the field. And they nearly got away with one there. It's Big Nelson throws one out the back.
Yeah, it was a nice ball. Munster trying to peek through the line. Now Grant and Marion Sevet. Good yardage there. Gets up to within 10 of the halfway. Kick out the defender. Now Brandon Smith is trying to execute a quick play the ball here and was able to do that, which means Grant can duck out and kick back in behind Taruva, and the ball trickles over the western touchline. So a high-quality start and a fast start to the game between a couple of clubs who have shared a very intense rivalry, and it's got a bit hotter over the last week. There's a few verbal barbs flying back and forth. Top one now. And Isaac Tungor got a double in that magic round mauling for Penrith over Melbourne up there at Suncorp. So Yo gallops up over the halfway. Oh, that's the run of a toiler. A bloke who never gives in. O'Sullivan, nice pass. Eisenhuth now. He's shut down on Melbourne's 30-metre line. And O'Sullivan sends one high. Xavier Coates being asked the question. Oh, he takes it well. Well, he's got an advantage because he's half a foot taller than anyone else out there, but he's got brilliant hands in the air. I mentioned that record that Melbourne have here, Cam. They've won 6 of the last 8 at Penrith. Didn't mind playing here.
No. In my time in particular, there's a knock on here by Munster. The locals really enjoy that one. Down to you, Freddie.
Yeah, I've got to say, great start from Sean O'Sullivan. He hadn't just sat back and watched the likes of Cameron Munster and Harry Grant shot down the blind side over on the right-hand side of the field, and little ball playing in through the middle, put a nice kick to finish the set, and they found an error in Melbourne Storm. Great start. They knew they had to start well, and he's given them every chance.
Yeah, we didn't mind coming up here, Tomo, and playing against the Panthers, but I must say they're a very, very different team these days.
Out the back to O'Sullivan. The ball goes to Jamin Salmon. He runs into the Papua New Guinean powerhouse.
Wow. Can we have a look? Can we just have a look at that close up? I didn't know they had nuclear missiles in PNG. Well, we have now. It's called Justin Olam. He is a beast.
Don't go early, Moses. Hold.
Did you play with Justin?
Hold.
Yeah, I played with Justin Olam. Yep. He's a good man, Justin.
Let up now.
Likes tackling by the look of it.
Loves tackling.
William, straight up. Happy, hold. Go two.
Nakama Kamitha.
Give room, Isaiah. Hold Happy.
Yo and Leota, the chief defenders there. Now Smith. Oh, that's rattled. Good tackle.
Happy Coruscant.
Yeah. And Martin part of it too. He's crept off the mark.
Hold.
And so the skipper Bromwich now.
Marcus, Billy, Sean.
Centre field, Grant to the left of the ruck, and Munster with a hanger. A floating ball for Staines. Good catch.
That's a good take by Staines. Just watching the Storm at the moment, it looks like they're exclusively just trying to come down the middle third of the field, so they're trying to attack the Penrith ruck, try and take some energy out of them early.
Yeah, and a shift, the opposite tactic there for Penrith, a shift immediately off the start of their set, and they've gained some yardage as a result. Kick out, 6 short of the halfway line. Ooh, 6 more. Thought he might have bobbled that there, Coruscant, for a moment. Eisenhuth. And now Yo and Salmon turning Liam Martin underneath. Smith and Bromwich, the defenders. Played here by the New South Wales back rower and run now by the New South Wales lock forward. He goes over the 30, fast play the ball. O'Sullivan up on the advantage line, feeds it to kick out. But good defence there. Cooper Johns came in to help with the tackle that time. Grant and Big Nelson in the middle of the ground as well. Goes to O'Sullivan, dinks it over the top. It didn't quite have the depth perhaps, and Nofaluma was away to the threat.
No, well, David Nofaluma, he was in field there. He was about 15 metres in field. O'Sullivan seen the space in behind. Was looking for To'o. Just a slight miss kick on that occasion.
And Munster, good yardage. Strong defence, Nofaluma runs in amongst the tall timber. And Leota and Eisenhuth there. Now Kamikamitha, he's met with real physicality. It's a great defensive unit, this Penrith side. They can see just over 12 points per game. Another floating kick by Munster, handled well by the Forbes Ferrari. Charlie Staines, only his second game actually starting at fullback in the NRL. Round 16 last year was his first game as a NRL number 9. The Panthers beat the Eels by a point. Taruva playing it to the boos of the crowd. They wanted a tackle count re-trigger, but they didn't get one. To'o. Here's Crichton. The outside man doing a lot of the yardage work. That's their method. And Salmon for Martin now. Olam the defender. Salmon with a pass for O'Sullivan to bang it high in the air. Tungor giving chase. A couple of other Panthers there as well, but once again, Xavier Coates at the back. A steady start to Thursday night footy.
Yeah, both teams are just jabbing away, just getting through their sets, playing pretty conservative.
Oh, there's a pass from Nofaluma. Found the mark there from Olam. He got whacked over the top after he gave that ball too.
Speaking to Nofaluma before the game, he said he's absolutely loving being down the Melbourne Storm. The change for him.
Extraordinary to think that for all the football he's played, David Nofaluma, he's never played in the finals. He's going to get a chance this year. Oh, nice little tap over the back there by Cooper Johns. Found its mark. Marion Seve. Saturday night footy as well, as you can see there. Brisbane, Newcastle. The Broncos have lost a couple back-to-back. Staines being asked the question. He's been safe under a high ball onslaught through the early exchanges. Now To'o picked up 160 running metres against Canberra last week, but did not look as fluent as he has at times. I know he's had some issues with that knee and I think some other leg injuries as well. Down to Brad.
Just been watching Charlie Staines in the background, and when you look at his positioning, you can tell he knows what he's doing back at fullback. And as soon as Munster or Johns, as soon as the ball gets kicked, he hands straight up. He's very confident under the high ball at the moment, so you can tell he knows what he's doing.
Sullivan gave that one a good whack. Bounces for Munster. Fires it away. And Nofaluma there, but look at this. There's just a wall of black jumpers. That's a strong run. Putting his body on the line, Cameron Munster. Of course, he started his career as a fullback. It's been a while since he's been there as a regular, though. Tackle made there on Kamikamitha. Smith linking up with Nelson, standing out a bit wider, and he's tackled as he tried to duck through a hole. It was a nice tackle by Zayo. Now Grant, now Cooper Johns, now a kick over the top to Ruber. He only got a handful of minutes at the end of the game against Canberra last week, but he showed he's enormously agile and possesses blistering speed from a standing start. Sunia Taruva.
Fantastic take by the Fijian. He did well to regathered that kick. It was a smart little kick by Cooper Johns. Could have been dangerous for Penrith.
That's a good one.
This ball has been in play for a long time. A lot of fatigue at the moment. The first penalty in this game will be crucial. Brad Fittler.
Yeah, just talking about Sunny. I was out at Penrith training and watched some training. Jerome Luai has the title of CEO, Chief Entertainment Officer. Let me tell you, this young lad's right behind him. He is an absolute bundle of energy. He never shuts up at training. He smile on his face. It was fantastic to watch.
I've been watching him in the lower grades the last couple of years. He's got plenty of game.
I think I'm right in saying the Dolphins were going pretty hard at trying to lure him up there, but he's been locked up for another couple of seasons by the Panthers.
Like a lot of Fijians, actually looks for contact. Doesn't shy away from it, chases it.
Grant now finds the gap. Charlie just pace to get back there to that one, and he gives it away to Taruba. And here he is in half a gap, but a slight opportunity. He got ankle tapped before he could hit top gear.
Don't mind that tactic from the Melbourne Storm. There's an early kick that time by Harry Grant. Just trying to isolate the fullback or even the back three.
Gee, you're right about the ball in play, Andrew. We've had barely any stoppage at all. That was that kick that went over the sideline. And that's about it. Here's Staines.
Well, watch on the kick reception how long it takes the forwards to get back on side.
For both sides.
For both sides, yeah.
Coruscant. Oh, he's cleared them and he steps inside a Grant Appy. Coruscant. That'll bring the crowd alive. 13 metres out from Melbourne's line. O'Sullivan to Tungor. Isaac Tungor.
Oh, he's short.
Oh, couldn't stretch out.
Munster.
Appy short.
What was the drama here? Is
Jesse Bromwich.
busted? Or is he just...
He's just spent.
He's gassed.
He's spent. Yeah, the Storm, they're scrambling to try and get an interchange play down there. I think it might be King going onto the field. But Appy Coruscant, what a run that was. Can we get another look at that? How many times did he duck under a defender?
Duncan.
4, 5 times?
That ball is always in two hands, just waving it around. So tricky.
Here's a little replay. Little duck, a bump. Shrug off. There's two. Right foot step.
Here's a break. Here's Olam. Olam scooting down the sideline, a kick over the top. And Melbourne against the run of play will score the first try. It's Nick Meaney. They've been on the back foot for the last little while, but there's a counter-attack and a great way to start the night.
Justin Olam, he's the man. He makes the break down this left-hand side. And he's got a bit more to his game than just the big hits and the tough carries. He finishes this play with a lovely left foot chip kick. Harvey Norman replay. Harry Grant, he ducks down the left side. Nice hands by Munster, and he put Kenny Bromwich through a gap. Then Olam, he just put the jets on, and the left foot, I was talking about the left foot chip kick. Nick Meaney, beautiful support play. This will be a nice shot here, end on. Kenny Bromwich, nice hole running.
Look at that.
Look, that's just lovely touch though, Joey, isn't it?
Look at that.
Finish the play.
With Munster playing that short side, there's the freedom of Munster playing fullback. Bob up anywhere on the field. Just goes down the short side, double pump, gets his back rower away. Freddie?
Yeah, their systems are so clinical, Penrith. But Munster, the alert of Munster down a blind side brings Brian Tyro looking to cut off the ball to get to Olam and Nofaluma. And he just goes in behind to Kenny Bromwich. And a beautiful kick by Justin Olam. Yeah, great try against a runner play.
Well, they've absorbed all that pressure, and Penrith nearly scoring with Tungor denied by a centimetre or two, and then straight up the other end. Melbourne strike 4-0. He's been a revelation, Nick Meaney. He was always going to be when he signed with Melbourne, wasn't he? He's played fullback, wing, 5'8". He's only missed one game this year. And in a year where they've had a stack of injuries, he has been invaluable. 6-0.
Stay behind it, boys. Don't go early here, Jamie.
Fourth game in the last 5. Penrith have conceded the first try. Oh, kick out. Tried to put a shot on coach. Nick Meaney, Cam, he's been so good filling a number of different roles and doing it with real distinction.
Well, he's played several different positions, hasn't he, Tomo, for this footy side? And I think just the opportunity to get down to Melbourne, play a different style of football with players.
Oh, he slid out of that one, Sebo. Sorry, Cam, that was a big impact.
Oh, he's a bit dusty. I dare say he may be coming off for a head assessment.
Smith, Kamikamitha pushed him through the line. Smith gets the stain, stands him up. The cheese.
The big cheese, Brandon Smith. He finds open space and he finds those opportunities one-on-one. He's a very, very hard man to bring down. And I asked the question pre-game, Harvey Norman replay, in his first starting role back from that suspension, how was he going to repay his team and his coaches and his fans? Well, that's not a bad way to start.
Watch Kamikamitha pushes him here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Go that way.
That way.
Look at the slippery little piglet. Oink, oink, oink. Look at him go. I just love him. You just can't get a hand on him. There he is, the one and only. Ready?
Well, the momentum of the set changed when Big Nelson and Sofa Solomona ran over Eisenhuth. They've been sitting him out on this right-hand side, looking for Sean O'Sullivan, but he found the front row, went straight over the top of him. And there the set sped up and Brandon took advantage of it.
Well, he left Charlie Staines clutching an air, didn't he? What'd you call him? A slippery little piglet.
Yep. Yeah, you see
Seen many of them around town?
People try to catch the piglets. He looks like an oiled up little piglet.
Oh.
Yeah, they're difficult to get a hold of.
I'll take your word for it. 12-0.
Yep. Just give yourself a little bit extra here. Don't have to run this. Just give yourself a little bit extra. Thanks. Just gotta wait, Stephen. Just wait for that clock, mate. Thank you.
Brandon Smith, formerly the cheese, now the piglet. 12-0. Melbourne, reminding us of what they're capable of.
Moses, Isaiah, here we are, happy. Wait now, hold, go on.
Here goes King now.
Well, I didn't see this coming the last 3 or 4 minutes. 2 tries.
Work out, you're happy. Hold with us, Moses. Wait, Isaiah. Go two. Give room, Moses. Hold here. Go, Scott. Go three.
Kamikamitha.
Up square, happy. Here it is, Billy. Hold, Moses. Go four.
Up within 8 of the halfway line. Smith now. Nelson Arsiva Solomona.
Last tackle. Marcus Shawn. Go, last.
And we're going to see what's under the Panthers' bonnet tonight.
Josh.
No Luai, no Cleary, no Edwards. 12-0 down. To'o's there, though. Look at him bounce away.
Move, David.
Well, they just need to be careful, Melbourne. I know they've put a little buffer between themselves and Penrith, but
Hurry up, square.
there's no room to relax or be complacent on those kick chases. Brian To'o, we've seen him go long distances to score tries.
Played by Taruva, and the ball sent through Yo and Leota. Stopped by Bromwich there. Kenny, that is. Now Salmon. A little jink and then an acceleration, but he's nabbed in the tackle of Grant. O'Sullivan kicks high. Pressure test here for Nofaluma. He's knocked the ball on. He's still saying it's the last, actually. I thought it might have hit a Nofaluma hand there, but our referee, Jared Sutton, said it was all Panther. And Cooper Johns just back there to mop up. And Telstra, proud to be the naming rights partners of the NRL Telstra Premiership for 21 consecutive years now. And that's a strong run by King. And Grant from inside 40 on tackle 4. Staines with a comfortable catch. And he's got blistering speed.
Brandon Smith just coming from the field, HIA. We'll have to get Danica to follow that one up for us.
Just wants to have a roll around in the pen. Well, Tom Eisenhuth's gone out there. 2 Eisenhuths out there tonight. Tom for Melbourne, Matt for Penrith. Cousins, David tells me. Here's Martin. Oh, dumped there by Munster. Go for O'Sullivan. He's going to kick here. He saw Tungor trying to make a run for the ball, but he's been good, Xavier Coates.
The right side defence of Melbourne is getting up really quick. They're trying to cut off the time to the halves to get the ball to kick out. These two teams play to each other. Oh, it's an error.
Well, they were sweating on that one, the home team.
These two teams played against each other in Magic
Knock on
Round.
Melbourne first.
Kick out. He had a night out. His right side really aggressive defensively, getting right up, taking away all the time. Here's the error here. It's an awful ball from Munster. They get a chance here, Penrith.
That was just a lazy effort there, Cameron Munster.
Make sure you hold Marion. Heads in. Hold.
Centrefield scrum in striking distance here. Can they peg back one of these tries? A juggle from O'Sullivan. Fires it out the back. They've stripped them off the scrum. Oh, what a tackle! It's a penalty anyway. They were offside. But he has saved a try with another desperate tackle.
Here it is.
He looks in for all money here and, brute strength.
What a beast. Oh.
That camera's gone.
It's gone.
He's gone.
Wait for the foot, boys.
Gee.
Hold. Go. No tackles.
Mitch Kenny now, fresh legs out there. And Sorensen's on the ground as well. So a couple of changes for Ivan Cleary. And here's the latter. O'Sullivan, the link man there, and Sorensen a couple out. Right under the black dot. Kick out, ran a decoy. O'Sullivan, he's a real try-scoring sneak, this guy, and he's pulled back this time. Nelson bet him over as he was about to plant it down. Played to Coruscant. Here's Yo, here's Salmon, here's Martin, here's Crichton. Nick Meaney got it across there. He's tangled up in the tackle with Nofaluma. Yo tries to find a hole, then sends it out the back to Kenny. And then to Coruscant. They're going to go back the other way here. Kick out, Tungor. Good defence. Sever. O'Sullivan wants it to come down near the line. Good take. Gee, that's a good defensive set by Melbourne. Hang on. Penalty.
Justin.
Escort.
Yeah, mate.
Well, they absorbed 5 tackles pretty comfortably, and they've conceded here now. Oh, Oldham's just knocked him over. Subtlety's not his strong suit.
That's a soft one.
That is.
You're allowed to get to the drop zone, isn't that?
Defended well.
Ooh.
So far, the Storm.
Stand now, 1 foot, hold. Markers, go one.
There's Yo. Busy as always. Met by King there. Grant around the legs. Kamitha up top. 7 metres short when he played it there. Here's O'Sullivan. Plays to kick out.
Let up now, 1 foot.
They're really racing up. They're limiting the time Kickout's got. Now Kenny, he'll offload. Away to Sorensen.
Chewy up square.
Great defence by Harry Grant that time. Kick out! Over! That's the one they needed. Oh,
Hey,
not
Joey,
yet.
that will be tackle 5. Had no try.
Has he dropped it?
Firstly, looking to see if he's got a knock on when he's upright.
Well,
gathering
initially
the
it looked
pass,
like
and
Nelson
then if he loses it before
Solomona had
grounding.
a grasp on the football, and then Kickout then spins out of the tackle. So we just need to check whether he loses the ball once he spins out of just. Have a look at Asofa Solomona.
Just looking to see if there's a knock on by Viliama Kickout. Playing on to this point.
He's got a hold of him here. Does he lose it when he spins out of this? He does.
Viliama Kickout knocks the ball on in the goal. We have a decision.
Oh, the crowd didn't think there was a knock on, but they've been quickly sat back down.
Two big efforts of desperation. Firstly, the one on Tungo from Munster 10-15 minutes ago, and this time Sofa Solomona and Cooper Johns gets in
Hold for
there.
the foot.
Great desperation by the Melbourne Storm.
So, Cam, knowing Melbourne as closely as you do, Craig Bellamy on a couple of occasions throughout this wonky little period, I'll describe it as, has lamented a lack of effort on a couple of occasions. Are you seeing signs that's turned around here tonight?
Well, I have in the first 29 minutes. The defensive effort's been fantastic. And they worked through a really tough period in that first sort of 15, 16 minutes. Both sides were sorting each other out, but the defence tonight has been outstanding. We've seen great line speed. What they've been doing is taking away all the ball players their time and space. So O'Sullivan, just watch how they get up on Isaiah Yo tonight and take his time away. Come on.
Munster off the Grant run. And look at this, they've turned the momentum again here. Now Eisenhuth. Tackle number 5, they've travelled a long way here. Munster bombs away again. Now Taruba is the man in the firing line. He dropped it. They've got it back here. Sevet. Melbourne hunting up for a third try.
6 more, 0 again. Slow.
Cooper Johns, Cameron Munster. Kick now.
Up now, Leo. Hold. Go, 0.
Critical set in the game, this one. Now Bromwich, he's back on the ground. Flicked it out the back, great hands, Grant, Meany, and more slick ball movement. David Nofaluma with a try. That's his 6th in 6 games here at Bluebet Stadium, and his first for Melbourne.
Yeah, they're humming along the Storm. Full of confidence. There's an error on the right side. Taruva spills the bomb. And they go wide. Harvey Norman replay. I love this. Offload. They don't muck around with it. Get it straight to the edge. And they're in shape on the edge. They're in a bit of formation off the offload, which is so hard to defend against when their defence is unorganised. Ball will go wide quickly, and Mooney has got his men in shape out there. Catch and pass, Nofaluma. Isn't he loving his time with the Storm?
And you spoke about that offload, Joey. It was the ability of the skipper, Jesse Bromwich. He just skipped on the overs off the right foot. And he got Jamin Salmon involved, so he's defending 3 in. Then he gives the offload to Harry Grant, so there's already numbers on their left-hand side. So there he is, Salmon's involved, he's the 3-man. The ball comes away, all of a sudden Crichton, you see him just paddling there. Brian To'o, he's unsure whether he needs to come in or stay out. And that just gives an opportunity. David Nofaluma in the corner. Brad Fittler.
Well, that's twice now. Penrith have been turned away at the other end by try-saving tackles from the Melbourne Storm. And in the ensuing set of 6, they've scored a try. You can just never take your foot off the pedal against Melbourne.
Look at the formation of the Storm. Big Nelson's playing out wide on an edge, marking kick-outs.
Yeah, he's playing right back row tonight.
What a great coaching effort that is.
No.
No Hughes, no Kafusi, no Pappenhausen. The list goes on and on. No Remus Smith for Melbourne, but they are doing it well here. 16-0. It's about the quality that is on the park, and they are well in command of this one so far as we head towards the halftime break. A pilot medical update with Danica.
2 in there.
Well, the good news keeps on coming for the Melbourne Storm. Brendan Smith, he has passed his HIA. He still has about 5 minutes remaining, though, so he'll be returning in about 5 minutes' time.
And giving cheap penalties away there, coming out of trouble for the Storm. Liam Martin went to...
Who else was that? You didn't even need... You just see the way he was running. You knew exactly who it was. Here goes Kenny Bromwich now. That's a good run. They're breaking tackles too. They're on the 30, and they look very dangerous. Meany for Munster. Tackle affected on the Panthers 20. Grant, look left, played right. Here's Big Nelson. They can't stop him the first time. Slips it out the back. Hardy and Sebe. Oh, another try, and it's big trouble for the home team. Cameron Munster goes to Jesse Bromwich, who's tackled nicely by Sorensen around the legs. They're all stacked out to the left-hand side. One-handed scoop by Grant. He's lost the ball. Trying to charge over the line, Eisenhuth. They'll come back for a 20-metre restart.
Okay. 0 cut. Boys.
They look fast, don't they, Joey?
They do look fast. I was just thinking that. Everything at speed. I'm just watching Big Nelson on the right. What a machine. Here we go, Saturday night. Knights up against Broncos. Broncos poor the last couple of weeks. Looking to lift against the Knights. The Knights coming off a good win against the Tigers on Sunday.
Yeah, and look, the last couple of weeks has left Brisbane vulnerable. Find themselves in 7th on the ladder. Mitch Kenny tumbles to the turf. Plays it to Coruscant. Sullivan for Viliami kick out. One-handed offload, nice. So Sullivan backing up. And there's Sorensen away for Coruscant. He keeps it alive. Sorensen there again. Straightens, left foot step. Runs into Bromwich. Both Bromwiches.
Last tackle, Kenny. Marcus, Nelson, hold. Go last. Don't knock us out.
Sullivan, he can run before kicking. In fact, he's going to go through the hands. Tap on, all out in front of Taruva.
Yeah, I'll go the forward. Hand over. Just here.
It's interesting half-time for the Penrith Panthers. What Ivan will be saying to his team. So the last 4 or 5 minutes, there was a cheap penalty given away by Liam Martin. And then they run the ball in the last play when really nothing was on. I don't know what will be said at half-time.
David, give room. Hold. Go 2.
Loose carry, you heard that from Gerard Sutton, and then the knock-on call. So a window
Everybody up.
for Penrith, less than 5 out from half-time, although we're going to have a look at the videotape.
Melbourne challenging the ruling of a lost ball
Is there
after
a theory
tackle
about
completion by
wingers and
David
front
Nofaluma.
rowers challenging? Here we go.
that looks
Just
like
looking
a
to see an
loose-
angle if
loose
there's any
carry.
intent to strip from Penrith.
Well, Mitch Kenny's got his hand on it and takes it away.
Yeah, he removes his right hand, and Nofaluma loses his
Based on
ball.
all available angles, we have inconclusive evidence to overturn the referee's decision. The challenge will be retained.
The vision doesn't show anything, but it's Penrith feed. On the line. Yeah, okay, form up,
He's
boys.
been a good player for a long time, Nofaluma. Massive rap on him.
He was running around in reserve grade before he went to Melbourne, wasn't he? Okay. Playing for the mighty West Magpies. All right, here's a chance, and you sense they've got to take this one before the break here. Tungor playing it, centre of Bluebet Stadium. Couple of passes wide now, Scott Sorensen. Dropped down by King with help from Bromwich. Coruscant, O'Sullivan, Eisenhuth back on the ground. Batters his way up inside the 10 where he's stopped by Jesse Bromwich. Coruscant playing right. O'Sullivan for Salmon. Their defence has been exemplary on their line, Melbourne. There's just no opening at all at the minute. Can Coruscant wedge his way through? Feeds a pass away and the ball's been lost. Liam Martin came steaming onto it, but the ball was behind him.
Yeah, take away the 16 points that the Storm have scored tonight. The most pleasing aspect would be this for Craig Bellamy at half-time. Is their goal line defence. Huge opportunity for Penrith there to nab one back just before half-time, but the Melbourne Storm, they turn them away once again.
Nah, it's a scrum. On the shot clock, boys. Make sure you're there. Wait for the break, call Charlie.
Now, a few people, some amongst our team of experts, ready to write Melbourne off, saying they can't win the competition. Maybe they can't, but well, they're showing tonight that they're showing signs that they're getting back to the old Melbourne Storm. Yes, Brad?
Yeah, with Brandon Smith coming back on, I think his main priority would be to look after Happy Coruscant. He's causing all the damage for the Panthers.
Yeah. Big Nelson coming for a breather, 3 minutes out from half-time.
He has had some game, Big Nelson.
Cooper Johns hasn't overplayed his hand. It's not a deep kick. Oh, they allowed Coates to catch it, and Eisenhuth was there in the way. He didn't want to touch the ball because he would have been offside, but the Panthers a dive on it, a potentially dangerous situation averted. So we've had 3 penalties and 2 6-agains in a half of football.
Jesse, clear it! Hold!
The crowd are doing their best to try and leverage a penalty out of our referee.
Well, the stats are really even. You look at the stats. It's just that the Storm have taken their opportunity. Penrith have come close 2, 3, 4 times. It's just been the desperation from Melbourne.
Marty and Sevet. Well, they used to be the best front runners in the game, Melbourne. When Cam was running around and Cooper Cronk and those guys, they'd lead and they never get run down. Oh, haven't got that same level of experience, but they might need it if they score here. Oldham kicks over the top. Here's a chase. Melbourne racing away. Munster puts a boot on it and again and again. Oh, it's over the back. Has he been knocked over? I think Taroom has pushed him over here.
Coming up the tackle
We
three.
might have a penalty try.
I have no try. Just clear that there's no interference on Cameron
Thoughts,
Munster.
Cameron?
Wow.
First thought, I thought it was just competing for the ball.
Yeah.
Taruva comes a
Kick
long
chase from Melbourne
way.
is onside.
Let's have a look. Yeah, Munster's opening up.
I had a double take. I didn't think he could
Playing
run
onto
that
this
quick.
point.
I think
no.
that's all fair.
No,
That's just
nothing.
competing for the ball. And naturally, when you're going in for contact, naturally your hands are going to come up. Taruva's only got eyes for the ball. And he's looking.
There's a collision with the two players. There's no illegal interference.
That's right.
We have
Good
a decision.
Good decision.
Would you
Once again, Olam.
Yeah.
Bit of footwork. That was on Brian To'o.
Contesting the ball, it's just a collision. That's it.
There was nothing on down
They're
that
just
short
looking
side,
back.
but as he caught the ball, Olam, once again, a left foot chip on the inside, showing some silky skills,
They're setting
Olam.
up
Look at Munster's pace. Hasn't he always been that quick?
Oh, not for a few years, Tomo.
He's double checking the restart.
He was carrying a little bit more condition, I think.
Oh.
He's looking good this year, though.
Oh, look at him go. Oh, that's very theatrical in the end.
Has it gone no try on the screen?
What are your thoughts here, Joey? Have a crack, 5 tackles, and then if no good, field goal?
Stay behind it.
Not really,
Yeah,
not
I
at
probably
16.
would. No,
Yeah.
probably would. Yeah. Used to love the
Time it.
first half field goal. Good for footy tab too. I'm only joking. I know Gus hated the first half field goal. A few origins coming in. Get the death stare off him.
And if you won by 1 point, best decision ever.
In those days, he won by 25.
45 seconds to go. Johns working with Munster, and now for Coates! He couldn't have!
Okay, that will be tackle 3. Have no try.
He could
It's
not
reviewing
have!
grounding, mate.
I think Jared Sutton said no try because he just doesn't believe he could have got there. But this man, he's perfected the art of the dive and then the put down in the corner. This is going to be close.
His body's at the Three Sisters.
The tackle from Charlie Staines is legitimate.
No way. No way.
Oh! He might have dropped it. I think it's
Xavier
come out
Coates
of his
loses possession of the ball and being goal. We have a decision.
And all my friends in Queensland, that 25 was a joke.
You don't have any friends in Queensland.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
Waiting, wait.
Look at this.
Wait.
What an
Yeah,
athlete.
Wait.
What an athlete.
Oh,
It's great work by Charlie Staines, actually. Like, he's been in
Body
that
on the
position
line,
before, you know, being on the wing. He knows exactly what Xavier Coates was trying to do. Just give him that little nudge around the hips, force his body way outside the field of play.
16-0, but the Panthers, we know, if they can get on a roll, they can rattle up a score. So Melbourne in command, but plenty of football to come here as Tungor tries to race down the left-hand edge. The ball's still alive. Is there one last throw of the dice before the siren? Here's Yeo. He's looking to get it. Oh, he's kicked it to his own man. He kicked it backwards and Martin caught it, and fortunately for Penrith it was a black jumper and not a Melbourne jersey, because it would have been 20-0.
Yeah, it's close, but he's lost it, unfortunately.
Now the Storm coming back. The finals aren't far away. Q Melbourne, the big game specialists. Oh, there's the corner post, Cam. There's a bird's eye view. Brilliant by Xavier Coates. Great half of footy, 16-0 Melbourne over the Panthers. Crichton with the resumption. And Jesse Bromwich, who's been leading from the front here this evening. Taken by Isaac Huth and kick out. Viliame got over the line, had a try knocked back by the bunker. He dropped the ball, so they had a couple of chances, the Panthers. It's not all one-way traffic, but certainly Melbourne have found vast improvement tonight on what they've offered over the last month or so. Brandon Smith, brilliant try in the opening half, showed a good, clean pair of heels.
Thank you.
And Melbourne negotiate the first set after the interval well. Munster hit that nicely. Had a thud off the boot, and Charlie Staines, who's doing Dylan Edwards' work at fullback.
Josh, up square, Harry, hold.
back up after being roughed up badly by Canberra last week. Edwards, is it a rib problem or sternum issue? Copped a whack around the eye as well last week. He looked like he'd gone 12 rounds, Dylan Edwards, so it might be clear he's given him a night off. He probably deserves one.
Well, they're missing him. He's an extra forward. There's Tungo charges. He does so much work, Dylan Edwards. And coming out of trouble, he takes the fourth play, gets a quick play the ball for the kick downfield. Just frees up his big man, takes the load off the big man rolling forward.
O'Sullivan kicks towards Nofaluma's side of the ground. He's lost the ball here. So consecutive sets to start the second half for the Panthers. The crowd have been a bit quiet as you'd expected, 16-0. A try will bring them right into it. Here's Eisenhuth. Pretty slow off the tackle player there, and they get the tackle count restarted. Staines to kick out. Just inside the eastern touchline, Taruva. Palmed off one. And goes away to Eisenhuth, who runs direct. Oh, King's been whacked here. He's in awful trouble here, Josh King. He staggers back into the line. I don't think he'll be out there for much longer. Salmon, Crichton now. Crichton with a backhander. Oh, they bungled one here.
Hey, Josh, last tackle. Don't walk in near the markers.
Now, the trainer's out there with King, who's staggering after that tackle.
There might be friendly fire here.
Doink.
Yeah, it's Brendan Smith.
Surprise, surprise, Brendan gets straight up.
Yeah.
Once again, Olam. Just acceleration to get to the threat.
.99 not out for Josh King. Let's go to Brad.
Yeah, well, the left side defence for Melbourne have done a really good job. Stephen Crichton looks like he's had a couple of opportunities, but just hasn't quite been able to nail it. And I thought he pushed the pass there, just tried to make something out of nothing. He was sliding towards the sideline. And I don't think that pass was on at all. Good defence by Melbourne, just holding their ground, Olam gets his man. Poor old Brian Toto, he was going into the first row of the grandstand.
So Kamikamitha back out there. Unsurprisingly, Josh King off for the HIA. Oh, good contact. It didn't halt his progress though. Kamikamitha made 5 or 6 metres after contact there. Now Bromwich. Near his 30-metre line. Ball goes to Smith. He's wrapped up very strongly. Liam Martin. Now Grant. And the pass underneath. Oh, loose ball picked up. Smith, he was slick on that. Munster with a pass out the back. He wanted the tackle count re-triggered. There was no Panther hand. And Cooper Johns. For Staines now. And gets an opportunity to showcase his skills as a fullback tonight, Charlie. And now Tungo. Strong run. Hasn't scored a try in his last 3 club games, Brian To'o. Saturday night footy, remember, footy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday here on 9 heading into the finals. The Broncos and the Knights. Coruscant, O'Sullivan underneath the Staines. And the left-footed kick by O'Sullivan. He thought he might have kicked it a bit deep there, but Munster takes it well.
I haven't seen the halves play together much for Penrith tonight. I haven't seen half pass to 5'8". A lot of their attack has come from the middle of the field. They've split their halves up. They need to work to an edge, open the field up. Both halves play together.
Well, Munster's limping.
I think he's okay. He just fell awkwardly in that tackle. Cameron Munster. Grasping out a right knee. We'll keep an eye on that.
Someone send an oxygen tank to the Melbourne coach's box. Here's Staines running back strongly. Now to Ruba. He's a beautiful mover. And so the Panthers have had the better of the second half so far. Let's see if they can get the scoreboard attended in the game. 23 metres out. Ball played by Tungor. It goes to Yo. Now to Eisenhuth. Panther champ. The fans know their team needs a try just to get them going here. Sorensen. Another bullocking charge from him. Stop within 5 metres of the Storm line. Kamitha made the tackle. Now kick out. Gets it out the back. Coruscant fires it to Staines. Nothing to it. They're so good in defence tonight, Melbourne. There's no opening at all. And Charlie's got to go to ground with the footy. It was a surrender tackle, so they had more time to get off. Inside pass now. Oh, it ended up with Coruscant. He kicks to the end goal. Munster's there. He's not going to get back.
His last play was that Harry Grant rushes out to put pressure on the kicker. There's a nice play inside to Sorensen. Like he was through. As Brendan Smith comes out of the line, Sorensen flicks it out the back and Coruscant, beautiful touch. Freddie.
This set of 6 all started with Charlie Staines linking up with Taruva and Brian Tyro. They've done a fantastic job, the back three of the Panthers, getting back and helping Charlie out. And let's look where they're most dangerous.
Short kick. Munster, he's executed well. Knocked back by the Panthers. Desperation. Kick out, gets the footy back. Now double change here too with Leota back on the ground and Leniu into the game for the first time. And he's announced himself with that one, Spencer Leniu. So can they ice this glut of possession here? Here's Leota. Don't write them off. O'Sullivan, Salmon, nice hands. Crichton, Nofaluma, way infield. He got help and a really good effort there by Bromwich because Nofaluma had come 25 metres in from the touchline. Left to O'Sullivan. Now Leota looking for an opening, probing, trying to muscle his way through. David Nofaluma's in the middle of the ground again. They get to the last. Salmon tries to roll it through. It's off a Melbourne leg and it's bounced around and they've won the ball back.
Well, again, the Storm. They turn away this Penrith attacking set. Oh, what a tackle.
Wow. That is some shot. Martin's in pain. And Munster, Smith, sorry. Oh, another big one. They're muscling up here.
Kick out.
Liam Martin, he never ever lays down. He must be seriously injured if he can hardly get to his feet.
Here's Jesse Bromwich, runs into Leniu and Leota and kick out. Still no Liam Martin. Munster. That's the inside out top. Look at that sit up there in the air. Oh, that's a hell of a kick. Oh, and then Xavier Coates nearly dives into the advertising boards trying to keep it infield.
Martin's come from the field, Tomo.
He cannot.
Oh, he rolled the ankle.
Oh.
Play the ball, boys. Play the ball. Hold here, guys.
Oh.
Shot, Tui. Hold. Yeah, no,
Could be costly. Dr. Danica's got a bit of a job for us tonight. Liam Martin, a crucial cog in the Panthers machine. Clearly rolled his ankle there. We'll get a report from you on the severity of that as soon as we can. As Yo straightens and he beat Bromwich clean. Nice run. So we're 10 minutes after the break and Penrith have had all the running, but they just can't break the Melbourne defence. Offload from Leota, finds Coruscant, then Leniu, and then Staines. Oh, they come back this way. Run around circles there. Charlie Staines. For O'Sullivan. Now he dives for safety before the penalty could be called there. They didn't take advantage from the obstruction. You could see he ran straight behind his own man. Salmon's got a kick this time. And it's out towards Crichton. It's a good kick, actually. Up they fly. Oh, little pinballs out the back. Oh, they've lost 40 metres here. 30 metres. Penalty.
Mid-air.
Mid-air tackle.
So he's pinged David Nofaluma here in the air. Well, he was going up to take the football, but then tackled Sorensen while he was in the air. Yeah, that's a fair penalty to Penrith. They need to come away with some points soon.
They're sapping some energy from Melbourne, but they just can't crack them. Oh, penalty.
Hands away, Brandon.
Oh, I think he was nervous there, Leota. He got the call.
He should have been nervous.
Oh, it looked like he was trying to rush that play the ball. Here he goes again, Moses Leota. If they can find a try here, Penrith, we've got a very good finish coming up. Yo! I say yo! Denied by a metre. Harry Grant dragged him back. O'Sullivan away to Staines, and now Tonga and Taruba. He's going to run out of space. He's gone out.
Just watch it. Just
look at this Melbourne defence in the corners, both sides of the ground. They've been brilliant.
Absolutely outstanding, Tomo. Has been Melbourne's defence. Just have a look at this. Great shot in the corner post. Xavier Coates in there, wrapping up the ball. Marion Sebe as well. It's been so fast-moving, every aspect of their defence tonight. Line speed, moving laterally when the ball goes outside them. There's been opportunities for Penrith, but they've just denied them each time. Melbourne.
Oh, how about that for a collision?
Well, the Panthers have had 55% of possession. Storm have made more tackles. But the Storm, their defence is just holding up.
Penrith 10 sets and Melbourne 4 after half-time. This should please the champion coach. It's his 519th game tonight, Craig Bellamy. He's got a winning strike rate of 69.9%. That is just absolutely elite.
He's in the next box from us. I haven't heard him all night, which usually there is some screaming.
Staines accelerates.
I think there's double soundproof glass there, Joey.
No. It has to stop it in the past.
Oh, popped a knee on the way down. He's all right. Now Staines, he's had heavy involvement after the break. I just get the feeling there's a twist in this. Leota! He runs straight through them. What a charge by the front rower. Now Coruscant. Now Salmon. Now Sorensen. Oh, no! Munster with a try saver. This is stirring defence by Melbourne.
Well, the scramble, beautiful pass there from Coruscant. It's Leota in behind the ruck. And for all money, they're going to score here through the hands. And then Munster, just the scramble. But it's the ability of the Storm to see the threat and the way the defenders sprint to the threat.
Oh, kick out. He tried to tackle Sevag into the Pean River. Oh, Munster, look at this for an explosion from Munster. He's got support. Here's Coates now trying to stride away from him. He's dragged down. Oh, Munster's just changed the game in one run. Harry Grant, he charges, gets up to Penrith's 10. Munster for Johns and Big Nelson, Asima Solomona. 4 metres out. Oh, he dropped the ball.
You want to know why Cameron Munster's the
Everybody
champion?
up.
He saved the
Shot
try,
clock on.
sprinting to the straight
Isaiah,
on
where do you want
toe,
it, mate? In the middle.
and then he just gets the ball and says, "Come with me," and just
It's already
charges
been 10 seconds, mate.
in between. Kick out, Appy Coruscant. No slouches. I thought he was in here, Xavier Coates, but Tungor shows speed. But Munster, he's having a night at fullback.
Well, Kenny, when Jesse's up there. Boys, get here.
It looks like he's got that hard edge about him at the moment.
5 seconds.
You know, where he's a scallywag, but it just looks like he's got that hard edge. I think he realises if they're going to go anywhere, he needs to be playing that 9 out of 10 every week.
I think he stays there, Joey. I think he'll keep that one jersey for the rest of this season.
High tackle. Karma Kamitha, the guilty party.
Oh no, he hasn't put this out.
Oh, yes, he has. What a kick by Price. It's touched by Nopaluma, but he's gained, what's that, 60 metres, Joey?
It's a play the ball. Where do you want to play the ball? Okay, it's a play the ball.
They got a score here, don't they? This set.
Well, they score. They've had so many opportunities and look like they're going to score. It's just been the desperation. The ability of the Storm to see the threat and sprint to the threat.
Oh, Leniu.
Play off him. He's the one to play off after he hits it up.
11 metres out. Well, they haven't been able to go around them because Oldham and Munster have been too good. Can they go through them? Well, Leota tried to on the previous set. Now Yo looks up, plays it to Sorensen. And that was a good take under pressure by the Panthers super sub. Leniu, good tackle, Grant down low, and Smith part of that too. 2 metres short. Coruscant out the back to Salmon, tries to duck inside, beat 1, beat 2, can't beat another. Munster's there again with Smith. Last tackle. If they can't score, they've got to get more tackles somehow. O'Sullivan, Grubbers through, Kickout's after it, Kickout at the deck, and Melbourne caught the in goal.
Goal line, be ready for short. Okay.
Wonderful defence again by Melbourne on their goal line. I'm just watching Kenny Bromwich. He's calling for a trainer or some sort of replacement. I think he's may have injured a shoulder. We'll just keep an eye on him. No, it looks like he's staying on the field.
Okay. Let's just have a look. Grant's with the trainer. A pilot medical update, Danica.
Yes, a fair bit happening down here. Some mixed news. Josh King, he has passed his HIA, so he'll be back on the field. Unfortunately, though, for the Panthers, Liam Martin will not return tonight. It is a suspected syndesmosis injury.
See,
in
this position, they should just take Harry Grant out from the dead ball line and do the assessment there. Oh, I can hear him now.
Stay behind it.
Short. Pinpoint again. Penrith have it. Syndesmosis, eh? Well, they're a few weeks at best. Here's Spencer Leniu up to the 10. Can they just find a way through? O'Sullivan, change of direction now. Back to Staines. Oh, don't go behind him. He got it away. Coruscant! Uppy Coruscant! Ducks, weaves, jinx, scores! No!
Oh,
the ball came free. How did that happen?
if we can get a replay and a close-up of that one, I actually think the ball was stripped, and that's legal. In the act of scoring a try or the attempt to score a try, it doesn't matter how many defenders are in this tackle, you can strip the ball. Just as, well, it's Eisenhuth.
Yeah.
Smart play. What a play.
How many rule books have you got at home at your place? I always knew.
I've got all of them.
He's got the official rule book and the one that he wrote. This is, I'm going to say, watching Melbourne defend, it's absorbing, isn't it? Penrith have thrown everything at them, and We know. Oh, risky ball taken. Penrith, they're obviously missing some of their attackers, but Melbourne have just been, they've refused to yield.
It's just fast moving. They're covering on the inside and the outside. The desperation.
Oh, no, that's not a welcome sight. I'm wondering if you're reassessing Melbourne, Andrew. You've said that you don't think they can win it. I mean, are they starting to find a bit of the old Melbourne steel? High ball, O'Sullivan, kick towards Nofaluma, pass to Munster.
Wherever he's on the field, Cameron Munster, especially in the big games, the bigger the games, the bigger the occasion, the more pressure, the better it goes.
Yeah. Coach has been strong too.
Well, that's been a big help from Coates back, but also Nofaluma. You need your wingers getting the sets rolling forward. It takes so much pressure off your forward pack. Freddie?
The one thing that's been real noticeable tonight is how many Penrith players have been left on the ground or left going back late to the defence line. Melbourne have just ran harder. They've been bigger tonight. They just have been relentless.
Beautiful kick. Perfect weight. Top or sends it to Charlie Staines.
Well, they were gassed, Penrith. They're the ones that look gassed, not the Storm.
And surprisingly, Joey, because they've had just a shade under 70% possession in the second half. Charlie Staines coming from the field. They've had just under 70% possession in the second half, the Penrith Panthers.
Robert Jennings has gone out there now. A kick by O'Sullivan across the ground and Nofaluma fielding it. So Crichton's gone to fullback and Jennings at right centre. I was wondering whether McCleary's just trying to get some metres in the legs of some of these guys, whether in case they're called on at some stage. It's an odd change, that one. You don't see the fullback replaced very often. Here's Harry Grant. Tackled by Leota. Sorensen there to help. Munster. Up it goes. And Crichton. Nicely positioned. Oh! He's a bit late in the party there, Robert Jennings, but he took the pass anyway. No addition to the score from half-time, but there's been some wonderful football played. Enjoyed this game. Oh, now Leota's limping. Gee, this could be a costly night for the Panthers. I'm hearing from our people down on the sideline maybe a calf problem, and then we've got Martin who's got ice on the ankle.
Play the ball, mate.
And that'd be Coruscant. He was looking for a little sneaky kick down this right-hand touch line. And come off the side of the boot. It gives the Storm great field position to start this set of 6.
Time off.
Just see what they can come up with. Harry Grant, Cameron
Make
Munster.
sure you're making that effort, Robert. Thank you.
Cooper Johns.
Okay. Hang on, time off.
They'll be getting together here.
Time off, got a HIA.
HIA? Who's this for?
Spencer, the independent doctor, has said you got to go for a HIA.
Who?
Go
The
and do it,
independent
Spencer
doctor.
Yes, Brad.
Get the replacement on.
Well, that'll just about be the end of the game for Spencer Lanu. He come reeling out of a tackle, heavily stunned, so there's a good chance he won't come back.
So there's not many left down there, Brad, but we got Leota and Martin, so they're gone. You got Spencer with the HIA. Mitch Kenny's gone out there. It's a lonely old place on the Panthers bench.
Yeah, I think Charlie Staines is okay. I think they made sure just given Robert Jennings a run. So I'm sure they could use Charlie Staines as well.
So Jesse Bromwich. It's been strong. No Fisher Harris for the Panthers tonight. Oh, big Nelson out on the right-hand side.
I know we're praising Munster. I think Nelson's been the best on the field. Damaging.
Oh, Crichton attacked it and knocked it on. It's all in the contest. It'll be play on.
Hand over. Nah, backwards Melbourne. It's got to... Play the ball there.
Right. So off Melbourne. No touch from
Just
from
watching
Crichton.
Sean O'Sullivan. I think he's picked up an arm injury in that tackle. He's wandering around in the back play, holding the left arm or wrist.
We've got a challenge here from Jesse Bromwich.
He had such momentum at the ball. You find it hard to believe he didn't get a hand on this Crichton. I reckon
Both
I might
players
have
are
brushed his
contesting the
hand.
ball. The ball strikes Stephen Crichton's left hand,
Geez, come on.
restarting the tackle
Ow.
count. The challenge is successful.
Tackle. Because if that case, we'll need to go for a scrum. Yeah. We're just finding out, mate. It's either tackle 0.
Yeah, that game tomorrow
It's a
night.
scrum.
Oh, can't wait for that. Combank Stadium. I'd imagine they'd be pretty much packed for Paris Souths at Combank Friday night footy. The top 4 on the radar of both teams. Big win for Souths last week. And Parramatta, in particular in the second half, very impressive against Manly over there at Four Pines Brookvale.
Huge game for both clubs.
Grant sends it away. Munster. Had that gap closed by Tungor and Mitch Kenny. And Cooper Johns for Lewis. Leo and Eisenhuth combined to bring him to ground. Grant with a long pass. Johns with a short ball to Nick Meaney. Salmon with a strong tackle. They're 16 metres out. And King from a long way back. Here's 4 plays here, the Storm. Grant runs. Bromwich plays. Johns further out wide. And Marion Sever put down just in the touch. In from touch and a couple of metres short of the Panthers line. Coates with a pass in the corner. Munster with a kick through. Grant was racing after it. He's back there, Coruscant.
Right on, Appy. He's been strong tonight for Penrith.
Been their best, hasn't he?
He's tried hard all night. He's had some great touches with the football. Scampering runs from dummy half, and that time there cleaning up a loose ball to keep his side in it. They need 3 tries. And there's the live ladder. The Storm. They move up to 3rd above the Sharks. Panthers, well, they stay atop.
Just a big game, isn't it, tomorrow night, the Eels and the Rabbits. Huge. James Fisher-Harris, 70 weeks did he get suspended?
2.
His kicker, we hardly call his name. He's had absolutely no ball at all.
Hold! Go, last, off the late. Inside 40. Sean, give 10.
What's he got for us here, Cam Munster? Tries at Nofaluma. He's going to lose ground here.
When Nofaluma gets the ball, he always likes to run to his right. He'll get the ball in space and he'll cut back off his left and run back in. You hear the coach?
All right, Danica, for Pilot Medical, what do you got?
Well, some positive news for the Penrith Panthers. Moses Leota's injury doesn't seem to be too serious. He just received some treatment on the sideline on his hamstring. He's back on the bike now, so it looks as though he should be a chance to return.
Okay, thanks, Danica. And Freddie's poking around down there. See if you can get a prognosis on Liam Martin for us, maybe. You can use your contacts. So syndesmosis. That's the old. That's the new sprained ankle, isn't it?
High ankle sprain. Well, Xavier Coates, he injured that in Origin 1. He missed, what, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
So it's a decent injury.
Brian Toto, he's been quiet also. They've kept him quiet, Brian.
Sullivan, the kick out, he's lost it.
But once again, that was the inside pressure defensively from Nelson and Sofa Solomona, which he got to Sean O'Sullivan and just put him off long enough that the ball went behind. Kick out. It's some game, Big Nelson.
They would have done their homework going into this one, Joey. Thinking back to Magic Round up in Brisbane when they got a bit of a hiding from Penrith that night, but they've identified the threats. Isaiah Yeo, Viliami kick out, Brian Toto. All quiet compared to their usual high standards.
What do you think the coach would be thinking, Cam? Would he be happy with the effort?
I know what he's saying.
Well, we can hear him. He's next door, but we can hear him through that.
No, the other coach, not...
Ivan, sorry.
Well, you got to consider the players.
Yeah, look, I think he won't be too concerned about this. I think maybe the 16 points, maybe early, the way they were scored, he'd be a little bit disappointed with, but I think he acknowledges the players that aren't there tonight.
Well, you've got Craig, who's blowing up on one side, and you've got to check Ivan Cleary for a pulse half the time. There he is. Wake up. So that's an interesting shot, that one. You've got Ivan Cleary and Cameron Serraldo in the middle. Everyone's saying he's going to coach Canterbury next year. It hasn't been confirmed. And Andrew Webster has signed on to coach the Warriors. So in that little shot there, we might have 3 head coaches. Yes, Brad?
I don't think Ivan would be too worried about the score. I think he'd be more worried about the health and the injuries of his team.
Yeah. I suppose with the minor premiership largely wrapped up as Salmon gives it away to Yeo and then Eisenhuth in support. Then O'Sullivan, if he kicks, they'll score here. He kicks it through. Oh, the kick wasn't deep enough. Munster's back there.
Well, that was poor from the left edge. Abbey went to the right, released Salmon. The outside backs on the left side, they just stood there and watched. You'd be disappointed with that effort there, Ivan. That was really lazy work from the outside backs on the left side from the Panthers.
Well, we've still got 9 minutes to play here, boys, but just got a little stuff here. The Panthers have not been held scoreless since round 13, 2015. Do you know who by? Melbourne Storm. 20-0 they were beaten here.
7 years. Swirling around up there, but Crichton makes it look easy.
Oh, well done.
Rabbitohs on the road, Warriors home, and then Cowboys up in Townsville to finish off the regular season for the Panthers. Oh, not Crichton. Ivan Cleary wants a full-time bell, doesn't he? Sullivan across the ground, Salmon joining in, pass underneath to Sorensen, cuts back to the centre of the park. He's played big minutes, Scott Sorensen, he's had to. He's seen some of his mates falling over around him, won't worry him. There you go, a real toiling effort again. 11 metres short. Coruscant, O'Sullivan, still scoreless.
Marcus square. Don't go early here. Hold. Hold.
So Olam crunched. High sense knockoff straight after the footy. Don't go anywhere. We've got the high sense player of the match. Joey, you're in the winner's sheds. And of course, we'll continue the tributes for Paul Green. Cam, you have obviously had an association with him, a great Queenslander and Queensland coach in Origin last year. Like everyone, I'm sure you were floored when you heard that news today.
Absolutely, Tomo. In shock still. Just quite unbelievable, really, to hear the news of Paul Green's passing. Really sad.
Yeah, well, the whole game's hurting, and we think of his family and his children in particular. It's just an absolute tragedy. Munster.
40-20.
Kingy, one side. Fork in.
Tom, no more. Square, Jesse. Hold, Josh. Hold.
To'o. Strong run. You mentioned he's been quiet. The game against Canberra last week, he didn't look at all comfortable, Andrew.
I'm watching him now. He's hobbling back to his position.
It's not an easy finish to the season for Melbourne, but the way they played tonight, it could be the making of their finals campaign. Brisbane Roosters Eels, that they're going to go in with some quality footy under their belt.
Last tackle, Jesse. Marcus, straight. Go last.
Here's Salmon. Here's Robert Jennings, lost it in away. Nothing doing.
Play the ball, boys.
Oh, Justin Olam. He's been a man possessed in defence tonight.
On the 10, mate, or just before it?
They've been good tonight, the Storm. We just spoke about the run-in.
It's on the 10, mate. Hold, Mitch.
We
Hold.
just spoke about the run-in for Melbourne Storm into the finals. I actually think Craig Bellamy will be pleased with facing those top sides. If you think back to last year, they were beating sides by 30, 40 points quite comfortably with the run-in, and then all of a sudden, they come up against a very good side in the prelim and they just had no answers. So I think Craig Bellamy will be quite pleased with the form that they might take into this.
They have had no field position at all. Oh, they've had no field position. Everything's been down their end.
No points after half-time. Shallow kick by Johns. Taruba nearly breaks into the clear. And Jesse Romich got hold of his shorts. He didn't take them off, thankfully. Now Crichton. On the halfway. Play to Coruscant. Now Sorensen. So it's not too dissimilar to the half a couple of weeks back against Parramatta, where they gave away a big start to Panthers, but they knuckled down in the second half. They've had a lot of attacking football, but they haven't conceded here in the second half. 16-0 the half-time score. Kenny now. Centre field. Ball played to Coruscant. There's his trickery. There's a pass to O'Sullivan. He kicked it into a defender. And it bounced back to kick out. He took it beautifully. He just literally booted it straight into a player. Let's see if the fans can at least head home with a Panther try. Sorensen tackled well by Nick Meaney. And some assistance by Grant and also Eisenhuth. Short side play, Coruscant. Jennings! Not quite. As there you go, across the ground. Good read, Johns. He dragged his opposite number 7 down. Excellent tackle. So last play, Melbourne not letting them through again here. Jamin Salmon, Brighton with a kick. Nicely weighted one too to the corner, and Xavier Coates kicks it over. That was good by Crichton. They're not giving up any easy points. Friday night footy, Combank Stadium. We've been talking about it. It's one of the showcase matchups of round 22, Parramatta
On the shot clock,
and
boys.
South Sydney. You'll see it live and free here on Nines Wide World of Sports, 7:30. I wonder if that second half effort is the one that shocks Parramatta to life. They were really good against Manly in the second half. In fact, they trailed just after half-time last Friday, and they ran straight over the top of the Seagulls. So Salmon now. Just over 90 seconds to go. The most professional performance by Melbourne. This is a really good win. Both teams depleted, but the Storm, they've really turned it around.
Oh, well, Brandon Smith is not happy with something here. Spencer Leniu.
Going a penalty here for control.
Take a look at this in the replay. He got up and reacted straight away, did Brandon Smith. He's holding his face.
Yeah, I'm going a penalty for control here. Yeah. Time off. Okay. Yep. Yeah, gotcha, mate. Yeah, gotcha, mate. Gotcha. Yeah, no dramas.
The little piglet.
Is it
Slippery.
Is it careless, mate? Is there? Okay. All right.
So it was just simply
They looked at the
Leniu
tackle
trying
and
to get
said
up.
that any contact there was just incidental.
That was an accident.
They said it was just incidental.
Angry
Way
little
down,
piglet.
happy.
Minute to go. Can they shut the Panthers out for the first time in 7 years? This will be the last set that Penrith has up this end of the ground. Ball played. Matt Eisenhuth. Well, they're still throwing some energy into their defence here, aren't they, Melbourne? This is a really good signs for the Storm fans who are watching us on Wild Water Sports in Melbourne tonight. Salmon on the 10. Fourth play now. Bumped away from the Smith tackle, but he comes back to wrap up the ball carrier, and that's Leniu. He had that little stoush with earlier. 20 seconds to go. O'Sullivan to kick out. He got it around the corner to Crichton, who tries again. Desperation on their line.
Big Nelson again.
Untangle.
Oh, this is brilliant by Melbourne. O'Sullivan boots it along the ground. It's picked up by Eisenhuth. He's going to be tackled. Well, are Melbourne back for 2022? They have defended their line with enormous resolve. Penrith had ample opportunities. They got over the line. They were pushed over in the corner trying to get to the line, and Melbourne would not let them pass. This is a real statement effort by the Storm, who now shift up to third on the ladder over the top of Cronulla. Of course, the Sharks with a game in hand. So we kick off round 22 with an upset of sorts. The Storm continue their good record here at Bluebet Stadium at Penrith. That's 7 wins in the last 9 games here. Melbourne 16, Panthers 0 in Thursday night footy.